Hey everybody, it's your girl Secret. Thank you for tuning in today for Women's Row Wednesday segment, SistaTalk with Secret. There's a couple things that I wanted to touch on today. Uh, First, let's start off with um, the rapper Young Dolph was shot in Hollywood. I think it was yesterday. He was shot outside of on Hollywood Boulevard. It's a place called the Shoe Palace, and he was shot multiple times. But they said that he was going to be okay. But there was like a post going up saying that Yo Gotti had something to do.
That's
with
what I was
it
thinking. I said it's definitely Yo Gotti
situation or whatever. So I don't know. I don't think Yo Gotti would have to go as far as to get him shot.
Did you hear the songs?
I did.
Oh, it's one of them.
It's one of those situations where he might have, could have.
Yeah, I mean,
allegedly,
he's putting a damper in.
We're not saying that Yo Gotti did do it, but this is right. This is what's going out in the news world.
Yeah, but they're definitely beefing heavy.
Oh, really?
And yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, if he did do it, I would think he would do it differently. I mean, I don't want to go into, I guess, if he did do it, because I guess there's already enough what happens accusations going on. So,
speedy recovery to Dolph.
Speedy recovery to young Dolph. I hope that he's okay, and it might boost his record sales. Stuff like this happens to artists, and then all of a sudden they're like going platinum. Is that still the thing? To get shot and go platinum? No. I mean, it's not a funny situation. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at something else. But hopefully he's okay. Yes, speedy recovery to him. Wanted to talk about, and it's been a story for a while, but I just wanted to touch on it because I keep seeing like little comments come out, and then like the girls are doing the interviews with Usher and his infected ass. Like, that makes me look at him so different, whether he has them or not. Just the fact that people are going around saying you got herpes, that's something that's not curable. For people who don't know, herpes is not, there is no cure for herpes. So it's like once you have it, you just dirty for the rest of your life. The girl is saying that her name is Laura Helm. I think she may be girl number 2. Because there was another young lady, and a picture that they had of this girl, Laura Helm, is not the picture that was posted of the other girl. But she's suing him for $20 million for allegedly giving her herpes. That's a lot of money to pay out to somebody who you might have given herpes to. But then she said in her interview that she didn't think it was anything to worry about when she slept with him because it's Usher. My thing is, I don't care who you are. That should be all the more reason to be careful because he is Usher, and how many women throw themselves at him a night. So I hope she wins her settlement, but you got to live with that for the rest of your life. It's like, how do you go on from that? Like, how do you be in a relationship, I guess? I don't know. You tell somebody, hey,
you got to break it easy. Do you like Usher? That's what he's been in our relationship forever.
I don't think that's how you break it. I'm sorry, I don't think that's how you break it to somebody. Hey, you know Usher, right? Yeah. I'm his #1 fan. I got the opportunity to meet him. And he gave me herpes, but where do you want to go to dinner tonight? That's something you got to kind of slide in. That's not something you just throw her our first date. But yeah, like I said, she's suing him for $20 million. And I hope that they work it out. And if he really did, that's sad because then that means he may not have known that he had it. And that just goes deeper because if you don't know you have it, then how many other people don't know that they have it? So my thing for that would be go get checked out. There's a lot of free clinics and stuff like that. It takes nothing but a test to get 3 or 4 minutes to get results. Even though I'm in a monogamous relationship, You just never know. So you still get checked out. And I got all my tests. And they were like, well, aren't you married? Yeah. But you just never know. Like, because you cannot have an outbreak. You may have it and never have an outbreak. So you're figuring, oh, you're goody goody, and here you go with shit on your lip or on wherever it would be at. But I hope it works out for them. I'm so sad that she has to go through that for the rest of her life, because that could affect you having kids. And then if you do have a kid, your child has a high percentage rate of being born with it. It's just.
But can you prove you got it from him?
I don't know. See, that's the thing.
Just how you said you can go without.
You cannot have an outbreak, right? The only way I would think that she would be able to prove that she got it from him is if she got like tested, and then her test was negative, and then you slept with him shortly after the test. But it would just have to be him. Like it would, and it couldn't have been anybody else. So it's just a tricky situation. But for him to be even entertaining it, to me, you really might be letting it burn.
Yeah.
I just. But it's sad because I really do like Usher. I've always been an Usher fan, even since I was a little girl. Always loved Usher, but this just makes me like, damn, Usher, I don't even want to hug you if I meet you. Like, and I know that's not how you get it, but.
Now, does this stop you from listening to his music? Like.
Well, that's like saying, did that stop people from listening to Eazy-E's music? He had AIDS, like, you know what I'm saying? And there's definitely no cure for AIDS, but people still run around straight out of Compton. Yeah. So I guess it's like, but if he was still alive, I don't think nobody would be fucking with him.
I haven't listened to an Usher jam really, not like protesting it or nothing.
Yeah.
But it was like the R. Kelly thing. After the holes, it's like.
Yeah. R. Kelly.
Bumped to R. Kelly. And now it's like, are you banging Usher down the street? Like but
I don't know, but you can't.
Because personal life,
that's music, something personal. Like you can't. What was the words I'm looking for? You can't punish him for something he did personal. Like we're fans of his music. Like Usher can be a complete asshole in his personal life, but we don't know that because we only see of him his music, his performances. So I can't base you having herpes off of.
But it just makes it rough when you're in R&B. It's hard when you're in R&B.
Well, it just makes you think of the song like "Let It Burn." Like, did he really tell Chili like that he had another kid, or was it that bitch I'm really burning? So was that their real topic of conversation for that song? I don't know, but I still listen to his music. You just know that that's the person
you just skip that song now.
Yeah.
You listen to "Let It Burn" now. Like that's the thing. Like. Even though that was everybody's jam, so it's hard.
I mean, it was, but it just makes you think of like the actual lyrics to the song. Like, was this what you were really talking about? Or like I said, then again, he may not have known that he was infected. So it's just scary to think about, and not just for celebrities, but for regular people like me and you. If you're not in a monogamous relationship, and then some people are, but they still see other people or whatever. But that just makes you think like. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself, regardless if you think this person is clean or you're not too sure. You just always want to protect yourself because what if you do get a disease that's not curable, like herpes and AIDS or HIV? Like, just be safe. Just be safe all around the board. And then just don't fuck nobody that you don't really know. I mean, you don't really know Usher. We know his music. I can quote your lyrics, but I don't know you. Like, it's just nasty. Just be safe. Just wrap it up. Another thing, I'm gonna throw this in there because this, going into how you catch STDs. Kevin Hart, there's this big thing about him cheating on his wife. It's sad. It is sad, but he's still a man at the end of the day. There's been somebody's making like a remix to his apology online to his wife, and it's funny, but then it's not funny. It's funny because somebody took the time out to really put a beat behind it.
Online world.
But I mean, he fucked up. I don't know what to say. When you are that big, but okay, so what does it say for the guys who are not that big? Like as big as Kevin Hart or have millions like Kevin Hart? Cheating's not okay. It's not okay around the board. So I don't know. Hopefully they do work it out. It's still wrong. I hope he doesn't have herpes now. For whoever he was cheating with. That's gonna be my thing now. If you're cheating, you're getting herpes. Like that's
Herpes
that's just how I'm gonna look at it. Just don't do it.
I think they'll probably work it out though. Outside of anything like that, STD.
Yeah, I think the media makes it
first child,
worse.
Boom, being in the spotlight. I think.
Yeah,
down,
it's
probably.
like no forgiveness from us, like as fans. Like we're judging them. It's like you're not human. It's like you have to be perfect. You can't do anything. Yeah,
pretty much. On TV or in the limelight for us to judge, either yay or nay. Either way.
Yeah, that's
for our
true.
Entertainment. So.
But other famous couples, just to throw a couple out there, Tiger Woods. That was like one of the biggest stories. When I seen that this story when his wife threw the golf club through the window, when I said what happened, I was like, that didn't happen. No, she wasn't just, y'all wasn't arguing.
Yeah.
You got caught the fuck up. And she was mad as hell. So you got me.
She's not going to throw one of your instruments of making millions with. She's
right, yeah. Exactly.
That's what you make your millions with. So.
She figured you probably got me out here with these motherfuckers. Exactly. Fuck you and the stupid bitch you cheated on me with. Oh, sorry, that's my phone going off.
That's the second one today. Well, not today. Yesterday, Jay Skyline had phone issues too. So.
But another celebrity that cheated, Ben Affleck. He cheated with the nanny. I would be so mad. I would be very, and this is like a couple years ago, but
who's Ben Affleck's wife?
Jennifer Garner.
I'll look it up, but
yeah, but she's so pretty. She is, and she seems so quiet. Well, once again, from what we see of her, she could be a complete bitch in real life. She might be beating him up. We don't know. But he cheated with the nanny. I would be mad because how many times did they leave the house? You know what I mean? Or you trust this lady with your kids. So that means while she's sleeping with your husband, she's not watching your kids. So that in itself is another situation. But it's definitely
nannies are like the go-to.
Nanny, like I hired you, so I'm paying you to fuck my husband.
Pretty much. Hollywood, you kind of know the whole nanny thing is cliche.
It is, but okay, so whenever we make it to have millions of dollars, I'm gonna say when, not if, because it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna hire the ugliest Gretchen,
unrealistic,
1 foot heaven, club arm.
And that's what I'm saying. They go into it and it's like, oh, let's hire this 28-year-old.
No, fuck no. First of all, I'm not hiring anybody younger than me unless you're like my cousin. To watch my kids.
Family nanny.
You're not allowed to come in here with a little tank top on, titties all out and stuff. No, booty shorts on, ass all out. No, I don't want. I'm not hiring.
See, that's why the nannies always was like grandmas and the older.
Well, yeah, because those are the ones who really will.
Yeah, watch the kids.
Care for your child.
Nothing's going to happen in your house.
Exactly.
As far as that.
Right. Because you're not going to look at the grandma and be like, oh, she's sexy. Unless you got a thing for grandmas, which ain't nothing wrong with sexy grandmas.
Shout out to sexy grandmas.
Shout out to sexy grandmas.
In that sense,
But I'm talking about the old grandmas, like the ones you like, oh,
because
she way
past her. You're still bringing a third person into your relationship.
True.
It starts out as a nanny. Not a person's there for 8 months, 9 months, family functions, vacations. Yeah. So before you know it.
And then on the other hand, the nanny sees the arguments that you guys have. She knows the problems that you guys have because while you're arguing, she's in there with the kids. So she hears everything. And it's Ben Affleck. No shade, but he's an attractive guy. So a young 28-year-old's like, shit, I know I can throw it better than Jennifer. So she takes her opportunity while
it always goes down. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the people who the nanny that he slept with, they said was kind of rough.
Really?
It was a rough one.
She was a rough one?
Yeah.
So he just needed to get it off.
Yeah, it was one of them.
She wasn't even.
He was lifting weights in the basement. Who knows? But
no.
Nannies, man. No. The nannies. The good nannies, I mean, there's nannies out there doing their job, but nannies and celebrity couples, it just seems like
just doesn't work
all the time.
No, it's sad. Another celebrity couple that is famous for breaking up and getting back together. Scott, what's his name? what is his name? And Kourtney Kardashian. What is Scott's last name? Dempson or something like that? Or but I know it's Kourtney Kardashian's baby's father. They were huge for the breakup. And even on their show, excuse me, even on their show, they made that like one of the topics, like he cheated on her and, you know, he was living this wild life. Well, from seeing him, you can kind of look at him and tell he wasn't ready to settle down because he looked like a porky guy. Like he's rich, he's young, living in Miami. Not saying that you can't be in a serious relationship because of those things, but you can kind of look at him and tell he didn't really want that situation. But Scott, needless to say, he still cheated. So the famous one of all time that I will say is Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. That's
probably the most known. That was like right there.
Yeah, this
worldwide.
And even now in 2017, it's still been talked about. Well, obviously I'm talking about it now, but it's still been talked about. Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. It was talked
about a lot during Hillary's election too. I think that's still happening. I think it came back up.
And they tried to use that against her, which to me was just petty and trying to find something because she didn't have anything to do with that. You know, to bring the wife, to try to bring that back to her, that was wrong. That was and you're penalizing her for her husband's mistakes. That wasn't okay to do either. But yeah, so hopefully Kevin Hart and his wife works it out. Once again, to my YouTube viewers, if you see me, I say it every week because I just want y'all to understand. If you see me keep looking to my right, it's because I am live on my Facebook page. And you can go and watch me too if you are not my friend on Facebook at gmroadradio.com. If you have Instagram or Twitter, it's at GMWW Radio. Did I say that?
Yeah,
right?
She said it right, but the eyebrows was just so crazy.
Because I wanted to make sure I said it right. Because this is kind of a tongue twister.
I think I'm gonna start saying it from back here, like from behind the scenes. Instagram,
it is a tongue twister.
And Twitter at GMWW Radio. Follow
GMWW Radio. Go check us out on Instagram. I know y'all be having Instagram, so go check that out.
Definitely go to the YouTube page and watch this.
Yeah, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed on YouTube, go and subscribe. It's nothing but a click of a button. It's so easy to do.
Grandma
check it out.
Radio.
Even for the people on my Facebook page, you go to YouTube and subscribe. It's not hard. Keep talking about the Kardashians. Kylie is prego. I think she's the youngest. The one who got the lips done and said that she didn't.
Yeah,
but then they had pictures of her.
They gave her like fashion something to
yeah, but she's supposed to be pregnant. How true it is, I don't know. But
that's the one with Tiger.
Yeah, I don't. Is she still with him? I don't even know. I don't follow her like that. I don't. You're a little Kim to me. I think like once we seen your sister, we kind of seen all the Kardashian women. But she's supposed to be pregnant, which is not a shocker, I guess, to me, because look at how she was or is. She's trying to follow in her sister's footsteps. To me, that's just my opinion. I think that's what she's trying to do. But she's supposed to be pregnant. So congratulations to Kylie Jenner. I hope her dad/mom is excited. So they can, grandma/granddad can give gifts. Well, I say slash because he's a man, woman, and he's unsure. So we just got to put the slash in there until he figures out which one he's going to be.
Wait, so are both of them pregnant? It says, I'm reading here over here, and it says, Khloe Kardashian pregnant, revealed days after Kylie Jenner's baby news. So Khloe is with Tristan Thompson of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look into it while you.
So Khloe is the one that was married to Lamar Odom, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad for her. I think she's been trying to. I think she doesn't really want to be in that Kardashian limelight.
Yeah,
like that's what it seems to be. Yeah, like
on,
she's trying to do her own thing. So shout out to her more so than her little sister. Like I think that's what's up. I think she's been trying to really settle down for a long time, and I just hope that it works out for them.
And Tristan, he's a cool dude from like what I know from sports and like that.
Now, so, who does he play for?
He plays for the Cavaliers.
Oh,
so he plays with LeBron.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I knew that one. Basketball. I was going to say football, but there's no football Cavaliers, right?
No, not in pro.
No. Okay. Well, either way, because shout out to her and her new baby. Everybody's getting pregnant now. Like, that's the thing. Everybody is getting, these babies is coming. Switch a topic real quick. I wanted to talk about these new shows that are coming out. Law and Order is not a new show, but they had an episode on last night, and I've been waiting for a while to watch it. Law and Order, it was the Menendez brothers. That's what they were talking about. For those of y'all who don't know, the Menendez brothers were famous for killing their parents, which is a sad way to be famous, but they killed their parents back in 1989. I was only a couple years old, so I really don't remember the story. So I was kind of anxious to watch the show to see what they had. Needless to say, I turned it off. I didn't get to watch it. I ended up going to sleep. It just wasn't interesting. I think Law and Order has been around for so long that I think they're kind of reaching now. It's like, okay, so let's go back. It's now Law and Order True Stories. So I think they're going back into like famous murders.
Yeah, true crimes that already
like
been
true. Yeah,
convicted.
I think they're going back to like famous murders and stuff like that to try to do those ones. Even though I feel like their shows were based off of true stories anyway.
It was already
because this is what happens in real life.
So now they're like, we're not even going with new news. We're going with stuff that's already.
But I didn't really get into it. It was just kind of like, it's just something to talk about. But I was kind of creeped out because, and if these are the part that I'm about to say, if this is a true event, it's so sad. They killed their parents. Well, I guess, should we still say allegedly? Because I think they got found guilty of it. So they killed their parents, and the one brother, he went to the house the next day while the crime scene was still fresh and everything, and was asking to get his golf clubs. He was like, the tennis rackets. He said, my brother has a tournament today and we need to get his tennis rackets. And the detective is looking at him, the same look I have on my face.
You're worried about a tennis tournament.
And you just killed your parents.
You're definitely guilty.
You're guilty. You're
for tennis,
guilty.
It ain't even like NBA championship tickets.
That says a lot of what's in a person's mind to kill your parents and then the next day go off to a tennis practice like it's
not even just go off to the tennis. Come back to the house to get the rackets for the you could at least just went off and hear about it later.
And they were like normal. I mean, it was just almost like okay, and keep it moving.
See,
that's scary because there was a story of two twin girls and they killed their mom, and the one twin, she was just like, it is what it is, and the other twin was like devastated. I mean, she helped, but she was just like devastated, and they were like really young, like 13 years old, and this happened. And the one twin was saying that it was a fight. They didn't get along with their mom and they were fighting and things just got really, really bad. But either way it goes, to act as if nothing happened, that's the part I think that really bothered me. Like, I mean, it's terrible you killed your parents. Terrible, because your parents are supposed to be, whether your parents are in your life or not, you're supposed to still honor your parents, because at the end of the day, they did give you life. At least that much. If they don't do anything for you, they did give you life. And that in itself is a lot. So just to be like nonchalant, it's just like, dag, you just.
But that showed the psychopath.
The mental, yeah.
Whenever you.
Are they still in jail?
I don't know.
I don't even know if they're still in jail.
Maybe we watched the whole Law and Order, we would have figured it out.
But you know what? I think it was just so slow. Like, it was just like, bro, it wasn't interesting. It wasn't. I think because it was such an old story, it's kind of like we know what happened, and it's just like, okay, leave the story go. Because if I was the family of the parents, like, if their parents are still alive or their siblings are still alive, I wouldn't want the story to be told again and again and again. It's like, at what point do you let them rest in peace, you know? But just in a reenactment of the situation, like I said, it was kind of creepy. To shout out to the actors, because I know they weren't the real Menendez brothers, but y'all did a hell of a job portraying them. So that kind of makes me think, like, you know, was they thinking some shit? Like, you know, I don't know, but it was, I just wasn't too interested in that.
Oh, the one real quick, Lau Menendez, he's still serving his life sentence in Cali. What it says, he does some like programs for people who have been abused.
So that must have been a one.
And then Eric, he's in California as well, but he's in a different facility. They're not together.
But they're both still in jail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's sad. Just all the way around the board. It's just it's a sad situation. I think if situations get that bad, like, I would rather you just run away. You know what I mean? Or just leave. But to kill your parents, like, that's a lot. And we don't know what was going on in the house. They said that the dad was abusing the brothers. So maybe the older twin was just like, fuck it. You're not going to keep hurting my little brother. Because even though to us it's like, oh, you're 3 minutes older, to twins that's a lot. You're the oldest one. So he probably felt that he needed to protect his brother. Like, we don't,
it's just all
because, like I said, from what I did see on the show, the younger twin was devastated that this happened. Even though he assisted, he was just still like devastated. So it was just sad all the way around on board. But I really couldn't get into the show. I ended up going to sleep on it. It was just like, no, Law and Order. I didn't like it. So keeping on with shows, 50 Cent has a new show coming on BET. It actually starts tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm a huge fan of 50 Cent. I've always been since he came out. I still play that song. It's my birthday. When it's my birthday,
go
yes,
shorty.
I want to hear it. So he hasn't. I wonder how it's going to be. It's supposed to be, I guess, like him and his crew, like showing how they gonna run BET. I guess.
That's what the show's about?
Yeah, like it's called 50 Central.
Okay.
And it's just like him and his people, and they're taking over BET. And this is what the show's supposed to be about. I think it's gonna be a good show because 50 Cent is funny for real. Like, if you listen, he's funny, and the shade that he throws to people is hilarious.
He's been posting like stuff when he goes to visit BET and stuff like that. So maybe that's what.
But I know it's premieres tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm definitely going to be tuned in because like I said, I'm a huge fan of 50 Cent. The whole G Unit movement. I'm definitely a fan of them. And his show Power.
I was gonna say Power. I mean, he's killing it with that.
That's the new Wire. For those that don't know, I am the ultimate Wire fan. We went to Baltimore. Well, we actually took a detour to go to Baltimore. And when I seen the corner that Bodie was killed on, listen, you couldn't have told me that Bodie really didn't die. I got out
candles for the memorial.
I got pouring out liquor. It was like, oh my God, this is where Bodie died. And my sisters were looking at me like, really, really secret. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. This is where the guy came out. This is who shot him. The other guy was standing here. It was like a real life moment for me. But I think that Power is the new Wire. So I'm definitely a fan of it. And so I want to see what this new show is going to entail. I think that somebody was telling me, I think it was my brother that was telling me that he no longer wants to be with stars anymore after this season of Power. So I wonder if HBO is going to pick it up. I hope a major station like that picks it up, because sometimes when like the smaller TV stations pick it up, it doesn't really work out because you can't say certain things, you can't do certain things. And I think a show like that you should be allowed to do it exactly how it should be done.
Power definitely has to be on HBO.
It has to be.
Showtime.
I really hope HBO pick it up. Showtime, they can pick it up, but it's either Stars or HBO. I think that can handle a show like that.
I was just saying.
And HBO is more
definitely HBO though.
Yeah, because they're, like I said,
because what, Game of Thrones and all that.
The Game of Thrones is on there. They had The Sopranos was on there, like major shows. Entourage, like major shows was on that. So if HBO picks that show up, that'll be really, really good. But I'm definitely going to check it out. BT at 10 o'clock. That'll be awesome. There's a new late night show coming to BT.
BT's, what, they trying to revamp
it? They're doing their thing, but I have an issue. I have an issue with the show because they said it's the first Black female host. Her name is, what is her name? Robin, where is it at? Robin Thede, Thede, Robin Thede. She's supposed to be like the new first Black female host for a late night show on BET. But what I'm not feeling is when you say the first Black female host, I want to see a bitch from Ghana. Like, I want to see a bitch from Kenya. I don't want to see a lady who looks white, even though she's Black. And shout out to our Black people that look white. But when you say the first Black, I want to see my skin color on the screen.
Like, you knew they were going to ease in it. I mean, and again, nothing against, the fear of skin.
Yeah, no, not at all. But when you're doing something so major, like the first ever Black TV, like I want to see.
But maybe that's how they, again, ease it. Well, not everybody, they didn't do that for the guys.
No. No, they don't. So then you have this lady who I want to see what her parents look like, because I'm not even sure if she's all the way Black, but she doesn't even look it. Yeah,
one picture she doesn't look.
She doesn't.
She almost.
And then it looks like they put more makeup on her to make her look lighter than what she already is.
Again, we're not knocking.
I'm not listen, I'm not knocking our rainbow. When I say our rainbow, Black people come in all different colors. But I'm not saying that. But when we're talking about the first, especially with the racism that's going on anyway, I want to see somebody who is my complexion or darker. Because when you get somebody who is as light as them, it really takes away from the first Black. To me, in my opinion, and Secret's opinion. That's how I feel. It's not a fact. It's just my opinion. So I don't really know how I feel about this show. I may
born
watch
in
it.
Spencer, Indiana, or is that Iowa? I don't know. Indiana.
What's that?
Where she was born.
She was born in Indiana?
Yeah, Northwestern University. No, I mean, it says she's
a
comedy writer and a comedic actress. Maybe I have to look for more stuff that she may have been in.
I know she did a thing with Chris Rock. I know they did a lot of comedy together. But I just feel, like I said, just for the show, I just think that they should have had somebody darker. That's just my opinion. I don't know. But speaking of beautiful Black women, Bobbi Kristina, everybody knows who she is, right? That's Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown's daughter. Rest in peace to both of them, Whitney Houston and Bobbi Kristina. But they have a new movie coming out about her. It's called the Bobbi Kristina movie, and it's coming out October 6th on TV One. I don't know how to feel about it.
No, I don't think this is gonna be a good.
I don't think so either. The clip that they showed of the movie, I felt like they were trying to make it seem like she was, I don't want to say jealous of her mom, but she was just like, I'm not going to be as pretty as you. I'm never going to sing like you. Was she really like that? Like, that's the part.
I don't think we know enough of her. Like, when we start knowing about her, it was during this downfall of things going on. So it's like, to watch a movie.
I don't know.
I don't
but
know
it's coming out. I feel like it's a put together. Like how we talked about last week, how we felt like the hip hop awards,
the
like
awards.
the nominee awards.
Are people asking for this movie? Like,
I don't
Is this
think
what we
so.
want?
I've never seen anything about it. I haven't heard anybody say, "Oh, I want to see a Bobbi Kristina movie," because, like you said, we don't know enough about her. We know that it's Bobby Brown's daughter. We know it's Whitney Houston's daughter. We know that
Yeah, the whole thing with
she,
money and
yeah,
the
had
boyfriend, cousin, thing.
yeah.
So everything that we know, I think, is in a negative or
So, but
dark
okay,
light.
so if all we
Maybe
know is the negative, why would you put that out for her legacy?
unless
Like,
you're going to try to show us the other side, so we don't have it just.
But the
this,
first
I doubt
part they
that's-
put out was the negative part. Oh, I'll never be as pretty as you
Yeah,
and stuff.
so-
Like, I don't think she really. I don't know if she said that to her mom.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Because I don't think she was trying to be like
and a
her
lot of
mom.
people are not there anymore between her mom and her.
Right,
and then
to tell,
Bobby
like, the
on his
roles,
thing, so I
yeah.
kind of don't know what's.
I don't know. I wonder how Bobby Brown feels about it. Like, is he okay? Because I know you don't have to have the family's permission, do you? To put out
No,
a
you
movie.
probably just
Because I
can't.
know Aaliyah's family wasn't okay with the
You
movie
probably
that
just
they put
can't
out about her.
Go like say something that's truly untrue or
Okay.
destroy the character, and if they can prove that, maybe. But I don't. Yeah, I'm thinking they may not need the right.
I don't know.
Like,
But I
again,
don't know
what
how
reason?
it's going to be.
How long is this movie going to be?
I don't know. I hope it's going to be good. And like you said, there is not enough about her to be known as far as like, because I think she did music for a little bit, or she tried to.
That's what I'm saying.
See, there's just so many. Yeah,
It's
there's
like
just so many.
a
I'm
little
not
bit of
sure.
that,
I
and then
don't
it went
know.
straight to the boyfriend, cousin,
then,
mom thing.
I just think they should have just left that. That's just a story that really didn't need to be touched. I just think that they should have kind of left it alone and let her rest in peace.
Just trying to squeeze the
mom.
Bobby Whitney thing
And,
is for
yeah,
everything
just-
there is.
And I hope Bobby's not behind it. I really hope not. Like, I hope Bobby's not behind it. I hope he's not okay with this, because if it was my daughter
I'm gonna have to look into that.
passed away, I wouldn't want somebody making a movie about her, especially when everything, like you said, that was put out in social media was bad about her. Like, there was never like the good stuff. I mean, they did have her singing on stage with her mom, but that was like a moment. It wasn't like years. Like, she was trying to do concerts and stuff like that for years. And if she was, it must have been overseas, because we never heard anything about it. So I don't know.
Sure.
I hope it's good, but it is coming on October 6th on TV1. Rest in peace, Bobbi Kristina.
Yeah, it's a biopic, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely talk about it after we see it.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I hope that it's a good one. I really, really do, because just Whitney's legacy alone was great, and I feel like to degrade her daughter would be a slap in her face to what she's brought to the music world. So I just hope it's good, and
It doesn't tarnish anybody's legacy or image of.
Yeah. So we're going to take a short break in a second, and hopefully you guys tune back in to Sister Talk with Miss Secret for our Women's World Wednesday. GM World Rap Radio Talk.